Alrighty. Gonna be doing some Shardtail and Melting. Both exiled, of course. You know, dregs aren't actually too bad with her too if you go rally, but you know, I'd prefer the primitive mold, I think. Either way, I've been hammering exiled lately, so let's do it. You got the double barrel exploder. You know, a great thing about exiled melting remnant is sometimes you like double exploder could, you know, kill your squishy units pretty easily. At least you kind of got it out there. As long as you keep your Reap 4 pool clean, you can bring back your champ or banner unit or whatever it ends up being. Well, we got Seraph the Chaste. I really hate this Seraph. I think he's worse than Patient, but that is neither here nor there. What I will say is we don't want to focus too much on making Ritual of Battle our main game plan, at least for the end game. It'll certainly be happy to have it in the early game. It's a lot of rage. It's 20 damage when you play it. If we can get it down to 2 or 1 cost, all the better. It's also, well, we also started with Impressive, which is pretty nice when you're going exiled. Hellhorn, of course. Purifying Cleanse, I don't know how useful that's going to be, but it's there, I guess. Anyway, though, Seraph the Chaste, we're going to have to deal with him removing all the rage, which sucks, but if I can lock in Rally, that's going to be what I want to do. I think with Melting, I especially like Rally, but especially because it's a Chaste, because a lot of my damage scaling is actually going to have to come from that Rally, so let's hope we get it here. Alright, we got it. I was going to say if I didn't get it, I would just lock in Imperialist. I think for this combo, actually generally for all the other combos, if it wasn't Melting Secondary, I would lock in Imperialist here. Even against the Chaste, I think, although it's debatable, Rally's pretty important against the Chaste. Either way, though, we're going to go Royalty here, and if we can find 1 point of Imperialist at the next 2 upgrades, we'll lock 1 point in. Any more than 1 point's not really worth it, but you know, we'll either go Rally 3 or Rally 2, Imperialist 1. Rally 2 doesn't get you a huge benefit for Rally, but it's still pretty nice. Rally 3, though, gets you a lot of stats. 20, I think it's 25 per Rally. But I would still probably prefer a point into Imperialist just because it gets that AoE and is an easy way to clear out your Imps each turn. I'm not a huge fan of either of these. I think Concussive Coals is one of the worser artifacts in the game. Wing Clippings, you know, it can be okay if you actually have reason to have it. It could be pretty good though, because Imp in a Box is a thing, and then it's pretty high quality for Shardtail Queen. I don't know. I could just take 25 gold, that's totally fine here. I think I'm going to take this though, just because it has a potential to be pretty good, and I feel like I value that over 25 gold. So, this is a pretty easy trial, in my opinion, for Ring 1. It'll be a little bit annoying because these guys do come in behind, and we didn't take Imperialist, so we don't actually have a way to like get to the back line. But, yeah, it's... You could debate not doing it. You don't actually need units that much with Shardtail either, because she can kind of carry the run on her own, especially if you're going the Rally route. I think I'm going to risk it here though. You know, you don't really have to take this. I would definitely take it more if it was gold. But anyway, this guy's kind of annoying because you know, he gets the damage shield, so chump blockers kind of go against you, but luckily this turn looks like we're going to be getting our Queen's Impling on. Now I could set up on any of these floors. I'm going to set up the bottom here just so I can actually get this Rally this turn. I could have like set up here and just played the Imp down here and shot the dude, but then I wouldn't get that Rally, and I think I just value this Rally, so that's what I'm kind of my thought process there. Now we got the kind of annoying thing. We could do this. We're probably going to do that. Yeah, so we're just going to bring one of these back. Doesn't really matter where I put him necessarily, because, like... I'll tell you what. This guy's 8 health. I could prevent a damage shield if I put a steward in front, and the steward takes up that 7 damage and then undamaged. So I'm gonna put this guy here. I'm gonna put this guy in front. That will at least kill this guy, and I can get this collector. I might as well do the steward here, and maybe save the impling for. I might need that extra chip 10 damage to finish out the boss. We'll have to see, because I think both those ritual battles already scrolled by. Oh, I actually already have one. If I can get that ritual battle off, I'll be fine. Let's reform another one of these bad boys. I'm gonna do this here. And I'm going to put this here so that it burns out and I get another space. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the best call here is. I think actually if I just do this, I'll probably win, so I'll just do that. Extend the burnout. Nothing's really going to get through here. You know, I could just do that to win, but why not just do this, right? Either one of those would have been fine. So floor 1 victory, no pyro damage taken, trial taken. That's a max score you can get if that's something you're interested in. Oh yeah, and now we have to talk about this little dude here, Welder Helper. The #1, doesn't matter what secondary you have, the #1 card you're looking for when you're running Shardtail. Trust me on this. Even more, it's so important that I would say Welder Helper with no Transcendent better than no Welder Helper and a Transcendent. That's how good Welder Helper is. Now I can put that dude behind me, get all that energy. The only thing that sucks right now is I don't have Imperialist, and really just Impressive is my only way to kill the backline, but actually that's just a-okay for now. Either way, that's going to be, come mid to late game, this Welder Helper is going to be really good. Also, it's a common. These this little white blip here, you can either see a white blip, blue blip. Blue is uncommon, and then purple, which is rare. White's uncommon. You only find uncommons in the first 2 ring rewards, so you know you gotta lock that something like a Welder Helper in if you see it, because you're not gonna get offered it later. Just a little note there. I could probably do an Entombed Explosive. It actually synergizes pretty well with Shardtail Queen. Rally. I still get the rally. Chump blocks, it does a bunch of damage. That's a pretty good deal. And they're all okay as tanks, these units. I don't, with Rally, sometimes I do run a tank in front of her. It's hard to say. It really just depends on how much you really think you need to keep the whole floor open. Like a lot of times with Shardtail, I'll keep a whole floor dedicated to her, Imps, and nothing else. But for this, you know, you could also put a tank in front. I would say Lady of the House, given that I have these Purifying Cleanses, makes the most sense here. Just has the most immediate stats, 15 more damage than these guys, and just more health. And also, if she dies, I can still reform her, and she'll come back with actual burnouts, unlike these guys, which won't have any. Like, they'll have 1 burnout, which is pretty useless. So, Lady of the House it is. Pretty good for this point in the game. She falls off late game, but very strong early to mid game unit. So we have choices here. For the other combos, it's very imperative to get Endless on Welder Helper. It's still very nice to get here, but since we have Reform, it's less important. We can get by without it, but I'm just kind of looking at my deck right now. Nice thing about Lady's House is she doesn't really need unit upgrades to shine. Whereas I'm seeing a lot of spell upgrades that could be useful to me. Plus, Remnant banners are just generally better than Hellhorn banners. So that's also another thing enticing me toward this Merchant of Magic. I'll have an option for a steal here and another banner if I want it. Further on, there's another steal there. So it's not like I need to really hunt that hard for that Endless and the Welder Helper yet. I'm going to go this route. I could get some cheaper ritual battles. I could get some damage on this Impressive. I could get... That's really it. I mean, that's really all I'm looking for here. Let's check this first, see if it's anything we like. This is interesting. This is another tank. I could take her. She could still be a tank on my floor for the Shardtail, or alternatively, if I do want to just keep a floor dedicated only to Shardtail, she's a pretty good tank to put in front of Lady of the House because it will extend her burnout. I think I'll take her either way. I think she's a pretty useful unit. Unlike Lady of the House, she can actually maintain some pretty good late game usefulness depending on what I end up building here. So 10 power, that will be really good here. It has the attuned keyword, which means they're going to get 5 times. So now it just went literally doubled the damage of this thing. That'll kill anything for the early to mid game in one hit. Generally, there's a few 105 HP units. Come late game, we might want another one there. But this could be a holdover target, potentially, if I need it. Because then that gives me a way to kill my Welder Helper every turn and also get a ton of damage in. That's a pretty good deal. I really like to get at least one of these ritual battles down to 1 Ember, or at least 2. Another thing important, though, with this combo is to get rid of your stewards pretty quick, because they're pretty much dead draws. It's like you can't even really play them a lot of the time if you're kind of wanting to bring back certain units with your random reform. So I think it'll be worth it to at least purge one of these stewards here, and we'll just hold on to the rest of that gold. We don't really have a choice either way. So Spikes is a little bit rough for our 10 HP Rally Shardtail Queen here. But we took some pretty beefy units here, and this is the Sweep boss, which really struggles at killing beefy tanks. So I'm still going to take the trial. These girls aren't going to care too much about that Spikes. I'll set up floor 1, 2. That way, if I do happen to lose these during the Relentless rounds, I'll have a chance to reform them on the 3rd floor. So we'll take that. Floor 1's a little light here, but I still am going to maintain the floor 1 to 2 plan. I don't have enough imps necessarily in the deck that I need that extra 2 pip. So we're going to do that, kill that guy, put her here. Might as well get her a reform up. You could argue that I probably could set up here as well, but I still think, I'm not entirely sure if I am going to kill the boss this floor, so I would like to keep this floor open for now. The advantage of putting her up here would be if the collector does spawn in here, I would have a unit to just hit it, but I do have all these Queen's Implings. If I just draw into one of them and the collector spawns here, I can just play that to get the kill. That'll be totally fine. I'm not too worried about preserving Shardtail here. Looks like we lucked out anyway, so let's put her in front. Could have also put her down here, but that actually would have been a pretty okay play. She would have got to 30 damage, which is enough to kill this. I could have put Purifying Cleanse on her to heal her, and then the burnout that she extends could have been fine there. I probably should have thought about that particular play a little bit more. But anyway, it's not too big of a deal. I could have probably afforded to put 1 steward up here. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't foresee these guys getting past, and I might need that extra 5 damage just to kill this guy. I'll probably kill this guy. He's got 45 health, because I'm going to kill this one here. Then I'll be doing 35. I guess I need 10 more damage, but just 1 imp will get me that. So hopefully we can get the Welder Helper to put some armor and Shardtail. We don't want to just lose all that damage against the boss, but if we have to, we have to. So I could do this, give 3 burnout there. I think I'm just going to do this though, give her some burnout. Because it's possible, you know, it's probably not possible she would lose it, but I don't want to put her on burnout, really. So this is a pretty big pickup here, I would say. I could just do this though. Decisions. I think this is probably better. Either way, this kills her, but this kills her, and I have the train steward up here to kill that, but this just helps me with the boss that much more. Probably not going to kill boss in floor 1, but if I can draw Welder Helper, I'll get some damage in, but with all that rage now stacked on Lady of the House, that'll be pretty good for killing this sweeper boss. Alright, we got the nut draw here, so we got that. We're going to do this. This here. Yeah, that's about all we can do here. Actually, I'm killing him to floor 1, so yeah. Power of keeping a floor to her all herself, right? Probably wouldn't have killed it if I had done the Lady of the Reform play, because I would have much less damage and I wouldn't really have had all that armor to get those extra hits in. Fledgling Imp is borderline worth it. It's not so great against Chased. I would only take it to just give myself another Imp for the early to mid. Hornbreak, though, I'm kind of feeling that's another way to kill my own units. Like, for instance, Welder Helper. It's an option. Fortify, I don't know if I'm feeling too much. Pretty sure I'm going to have better ways to get armor. Fortify is a pretty low impact card. Could also just skip here. You don't necessarily always have to take a card, right? If you don't have a huge reason to take a card, you should probably just not take it. That way you can get to the other cards that you want. Like Impressive is a very good card. Neither of these are better than that, right? So just adding those already makes you one draw less likely to get Impressive. It's also, none of these are better than Welder Helper. I would say they're probably not better than Ritual either. Honestly, even Purifying Cleanse, given that I have both these. Definitely not better than Entombed Explosive. I'm kind of talking myself out of taking a card here, I feel, so we'll skip it. Hornbreak was probably what I would have took, just so I have a way to kill my Welder Helper. But I have so many options available to me for killing Welder Helper, I don't think I need to reach for like a Hornbreak. Simply, you know, I'll have a 50-50 to get offered Imperialist at my next upgrade after the Daedalus or Talos sort of, yeah, Daedalus fight. If I miss that, I get another 50-50 here. And any of those points, I'll have an easy way to slay my units. So I had to get unlucky. It's 25% chance that I wouldn't get it offered at either of them. Which, you know, it's not insignificant, but I think you play to what your chances are. And now, I could take any of these really. I'm definitely going to take one of them. Wicklash would kind of be a way to start your unit dying. But actually still give scaling. Scaling, by the way, that doesn't get nullified by Seraph the Chaste, which is definitely worth considering. We didn't end up with a draft, though. Like I said, this is the last point that we get offered these common tier cards. Draft is a common tier card, so I would say it's much better with draft here. Otherwise, we don't really have... Lady of the House is probably going to be our backliner, honestly. So I'd have to find like multi-strike on her, and then maybe Wicklash makes sense, at least for endgame. I think I'm just going to take a molded. I really like having targeted reform. It allows me, if I can now get that on holdover, that's kind of, that's pretty good. Question is, what should I go for here? I don't really need another Remnant Banner. The units I have are pretty decent, even without all of that. I think it's a long time since I'm getting to another Merchant Magic, so I'm actually going to hit another one of these up. If I do find holdover, I honestly don't know if I'm going to put it on Impressive or Molded. Those are my targets. Let's check this cavern first. This is like a good example of a cavern that, like, sometimes if I have a Merchant of Magic on the same floor, I kind of like to visit the cavern first, because Petty Theft now is a pretty good plus 10 damage target. I'm going to take it. I don't have a good way to shoot the backline right now, plus that's going to get me a lot of gold, and then I have a pretty good plus like this right here. These aren't like the greatest target there. I mean, they're okay, but it's not like it's not even doubling the effectiveness, whereas here it now times by 6 the effectiveness of its damage. And I could still do it here to give a 50% damage increase, but I think I want to hold out for, like, I think I would put holdover on Impressive, I think. That's a lot of front-loaded damage. This, we obviously don't have any choices. It's a pretty good Imp in a box target, though, if you had that. I could do Molded, but I think I want to get both these down to 2. I could put one at 1 as well. I think I'm going to put them down to 2, though. Let's re-roll. Permafrost. I don't know if any of this is worth the gold for permafrost. It is a cheap permafrost. 95 is like on the lower spectrum of these big upgrades, but I think I'm just gonna continue getting these cheaper. This 10 is iffy. I could just do it on one of these. I think it's worth it. Get some heal. We actually will use it for heal a lot of the time, and not just burnout extension. Other option was to spend all my gold and remove a steward, but I don't think we're gonna have too much troubles there. This deck is pretty powerful at the moment. Ooh, and we started with Welder Helper. Perfect. So I think we're gonna do pretty much the same idea as last time. This is weird, but I still think I want to keep the top floor open. She'll get hurt, but once I play some Purifying Cleanses, she'll be a-okay. So we'll do this. I want to put the armor here. I don't want to put the armor in the explosive. And then we'll just do that. Wow, double grenade there, huh? It's fine that she dies. Still no damage to the back. That'll extend the burnout here. And I can just bring her back pretty easily as long as I keep the pool relatively clean. Doesn't matter which of these we play. But I do definitely want this back. Give ourselves another rally. Another nice thing about her is I could always reform her. Probably not now. I don't really have the right things to make it work. But if I were to get Purifying Cleanse on the same turn that I reform her, I could put her like up top or something if it is the boss rounds. But anyway, I don't think I'm gonna play this unit. Like I said, I do just want to kind of keep the pool clear here for reform. Since I only have the one molded, I'm gonna play both these definitely. Try to get that Entombed Explosive back. And we'll put her here. Now she has more burnout and more health and damage. We won't play these. He actually had so much health that he didn't die there. Well, this is interesting. We're gonna do... Let's see. Is this guy... Could do this. Save my... Let's see. That saves me an extra hit. Let me think here. Let's do this. I don't think I'm going to play this ritual. If this guy gets through and hits me for 2, whatever, is my thought. I think I want to do this. I'd like to preserve Shard Tail if I can. So let's see. 5, 1, 10, 10. So wait, 5, 1, 10, 10. Even if I do the... Okay, well, they're dying anyway. Well, maybe I should have done the other play. Is it worth me putting a steward up here just to kill this guy? Nah, I think petty theft and stuff will finish him off, so... Whatevs. We'll just let these guys die. I think I'm fine with that still, because it killed all those units, saved me a damage to the pyre here and there. Let's play the both of these. Okay. We'll just do this, kill one of them. I could play this to like preserve the 1 damage, but I think I'd rather just do this. That will kill that dude, and then I can play one of these. Hopefully we can get a Purifying Cleanse to heal our frontliner here. Okay, that's nice. We finally got to play this petty theft. Definitely want to do that for that gold. And we'll just play this once, see what we get. Alright, well that is what it is. We'll just put some armor up here. I'm fortunate about the whole situation down here, but we've got enough damage on our backliner. We're going to put in some nice hits here. In fact, he's just dead, so yeah. Let's see what we would have got anyway. Might as well give ourselves some more armor, right? Like I said, these 2 ladies, they may not look mean, but they're some mean ladies. They do some work. This is really good Remnant pack. This could go on Shard Tail. Wickless Recruitment's not bad either. Honestly, I don't really like reinforce, if I'm being honest. I'll take it every now and then. I don't have a huge reason to take it at the moment. It's one of those kind of win more cards, in my opinion. Wickless could be okay, but I think I'm going to take Remnant Pack. This is pretty good because now I have a lot of outs. Ooh, Wickless Baron. Wickless Baron is really good too. You can stack that on the same floor as Shardtail. We're definitely taking a pip upgrade. That's another thing I didn't mention. Shardtail loves pip upgrades. Absolutely loves them. The more space you have in your floor, the better. Especially if you want to add a fatty like this on the floor with you, you really need that extra space. I think I'm going to take him. That gives me some endgame scaling. That's also scaling that the Chased can't really take away. So let's hope. I'm really hoping for Imperialist here. If I can get that, I'll be sitting pretty nice. I think I want to focus on removing cards here. A Hellvent would be nice too. That I'm going to check this first though, see what we're working with here. So we did get the other Imperialist, so I'm going to lock that in now. That gives us a lot of AoE. If Wickless Baron is on the same floor as us, he's going to love those extra backline slays every turn. So let's get rid of the rest of these stewards. Stewards are first out usually here. And the Hellvent, impressive is less important now, I will say. It's nice to get that big damage, but I don't know what is the best here, to be honest. Entombed Explosive is pretty decent, though I don't know. Ritual of Battle might be okay. This is an interesting one. Molded would be okay. I feel like this one-cost Ritual of Battle is a pretty high-value card. Even though it's not going to do much against Chased, it's going to get us to Chased. And we can just keep looking for Chased answers. I think I am going to just do this. It's a very high-value play right now. Got to play for the immediate and the end game. Now I can take trials like this no problem when you got a real powerful deck, you know. So we got all the banner units this turn. We'll put down Shard. I still am gonna do the play down here. I'm gonna put Wickless in front. He'll be tanky eventually, but these little tick marks aren't gonna do much to him. And we'll do this here still. Hopefully the Collector doesn't come in up here, but if he does, he does. We can just do this. We'll do that now. And this will be a nice turn to do this. So now that gives him a 2 slays, or 2 harvests. We're a little bit short of killing this guy, but I think that's fine. This guy might hit us pretty good, but we've got a lot of pyre health to spare here. We definitely want to trade some pyre health for that reward. Nothing much we can do here. That guy's just gonna have his way. I'm feeling probably these cards played. You know, it's only an Impling coming back, but maybe Petty Theft's better. Who knows? I am going to put this down here, though. We'd really like to get to our... So I put him in the front here just so he gets his 1 damage in first before he explodes, because explode happens at the moment Shardtail attacks. Let me think here. What could do the best for me here? I could also just put this steward in front and ritual this guy. I mean, that actually might make the most sense here. Just no sense taking this pyre damage if I don't have to. So we're gonna do this. That'll mitigate the damage a little bit here, which, you know, at 11 damage per hit, that's probably worth it. Because I think we can kill all the rest of these guys if we play our cards right, so to speak. 25 here. Okay, so we're gonna do... Awkward. draw here. I could save her a damage if I do this, and I could get an extra slay and whatnot if I do this. Actually, though, I think given that there's still the two of them around, I might just do this. That's probably the better value play. Yeah, let's do that. I can always finish this guy off by like doing something like this should help. Let's see what we get here though. So that will take that guy out. I feel like I want to do that. Let's do this. So he'll die. We definitely want to do this. We can put some here. And this... Oh, I was thinking, yeah, armor. Well, I was trying to kill this guy with her first, and then the backliner would die. We'll just, hopefully we can kill the boss here, floor 1. It's not a very damaging boss, so maybe we just have him here. It doesn't look like it. Oh well, let's play these out. I don't think we want to apply Endless. Maybe we do, because I'm pretty sure these girls are just going to kill him. Let's see. Do you kill this guy? You have 11 health, he does 8 damage, but he has 2 burnout, so that wouldn't do the trick. So you're going here for sure. That helps a little bit. Let me think, do I need Endless? These guys got a lot of damage on them. Pretty sure I don't need Endless here. So let's do this, see what we get. Interesting. Put you up here, get some damage in there. Oh, looks like we're killing him. Perfect. Look at that. Alright, so we kill him floor 1. We don't have to care about the guy up top hitting our pyre. Pretty crazy how those rallies start to add up like that, right? You know, we went from only doing 200 damage to killing him just with those 2 units played. Shows the power of, I guess, Welder Helper and Entombed Explosive, both pretty good units. Pirate Chopper might not be horrible. I mean, I have Seraph the Chaste, but it's pretty hard to give up an Imp in a box. Not gonna lie, it's pretty hard to give up that. Imp in a box can get you a Pirate Chopper, it can get you Transcendent, a lot of good things it can get you. It can get you another Welder Helper. I like Imp in a box a little bit better though when I'm going Imp Parade, because then they come in at 0 cost. If they both cost 1, it is a little bit more awkward, and I'm probably not taking an Ember upgrade, probably still taking another Pip space upgrade, because as you can see, that last fight would have been really nice if we had an extra Pip on that floor with Wickless. I think I like Pirate Chomper. That's going to be a pretty good counter to the Ember Drain units that Seraph to the Chase has. Because currently, we don't really have a good way to kill that unit before it hits us, so we're probably going to be dealing with Ember Drain. But if I put, like, Molded on Holdover... By the way, now that I have the Imperialist, Impressive is no longer really my Holdover target. It's really just Molded. I'm going to get Molded down to a 0 cost, put it on Holdover. At that point, I can bring back any Imp I want any turn. I could even Hellvent it if I get it early enough, if I get the Holdover early enough. And at that point, I can just bring back the Welder Helper, the Pirate Chomper, whatever I need on any given turn. So let's take the Pirate Chomper. Ooh, Resin Removal. Do I want that? Does not help with the Ever Drain, because the way it applies just kind of doesn't work out that way. Memento Mori could be a decent finisher. I do think it's a pretty overcosted card. I don't like it that much, but if there's one combo that loses a lot of units, it's definitely this combo. It could definitely make use of that Memento Mori. Not going to help us with any scaling. None of these really are, though. Wicked Blaze kind of, but you're bringing back Imps. They're not really there to do damage. The Wicked Blaze would give us an additional reform in the targeted fashion as well. It's an option. It's between these two for me. Resin removal, I like it sometimes. It would really help with the stealth boss if we run into the stealth boss. But that's about it. I don't see much other huge reasons to have it. There's not really much endgame buffs you have to deal with. And debuffs, unless you're going against melee weakness or sap, there's really not that many debuffs to remove. Like Ember Drain is not a removable debuff in this case because it gets applied and removes itself all at the same time. You don't have a chance to actually use resin removal. I think Memento Mori could help us in fights like that one we just did, whereas Wicked Blaze, I don't know if it could as much. Let's go Memento Mori. So we might as well go this route. It's a free artifact, and we don't really need the health. Cavern would be nice, but I don't want to pay for an artifact, and I can just get one for free. And we can maybe go for Endless. Even though I'm going for the holdover on Molded, there's no guarantee I'll get it. You know, I'll go hit this Merchant of Magic up. I'll have enough gold to reroll. That gives me a 50% chance, roughly, to get that holdover. Then if I don't hit it there, I'll try for it here. So an additional 50% chance. If I miss on both of those, I can still get it here. I mean, it's pretty likely I'll get Molded. So I'll have to think. If I get Endless, I'll have to think about if I actually want it. I might as well take this Waxer Snuffer because I do have the Entombed Explosive, and that makes it now do 100 damage. And I'm bringing it back often enough. I think it's worth it. I don't think Cleansing Water is really that good, so let's take this. Quick would be an option for taking out that Pyre dude, but I think since I took Pyre Chomper, there's not really too much need for it. Initial health, though, could be pretty good on Wickless. I do plan on him being in the front. I probably want some health and then some multi-strike. Some damage would be okay here on Lady of the House, I think. It's not a huge upgrade, but I'm not hitting up too many merchant. Ooh, nice. We lucked out there. So I'm going to put that on Wickless. He's going to have the most damage between our banner units here because he's going to be harvesting a fuckload. And we'll just get straight up health here. And I don't think I'm hitting any more Merchant of Magic or Steals up. I'm pretty sure I'm just hitting Magics from here on out. There's just too much good stuff at these Merchant of Magics, along with the fact that I want those upgrades that I'm pretty inclined to take them. So I might as well just slap this on one of them. I'll put it on the Lady of the Reformed. Giving her just some extra stats would be nice. And we can go ahead and purge the final Steward here. I don't know if we really want to do this. I would like to hold my gold for this next thing, even though there's a Forgotten Boons here. I don't know if I really need to purge a card, so I'm going to hold off on that. I already got all the Stewards gone, so that's big. All the other decks all the other cards in my deck are pretty useful for me at this point, so they're not really high priority purges. Heaven's Seal is really annoying here, not gonna lie, because the tanks, if they don't die floor 1, which often they're not, once we get our rallies going, once we get harvested up, we'll be fine, but those first few tanks to get by, they're gonna be, our ladies aren't gonna be killing them, so they're gonna, if they get by, they're going for the whole route. They're getting all the damage. Though we do have the Entombed Explosive that does 100. I'm going to take it anyway. I think this deck is strong enough that, and we got enough Pyre room here that we can probably do it. This is very unfortunate. We got kind of pip screwed here. I'm going to set up here, I guess. I want the extra pip space, and I want to be able to clear these guys out with a whatever you call it. So let's do this. I'm gonna put the explosive there too, so I get that double harvest action, and I'll put her up here. I gotta say, anywhere the collector spawns here, that collector's done for. Alright, so he's done for. I could put this thing on Endless. That is totally legit to do. Unfortunately, we haven't drawn an Imp yet. That's a little bit unfortunate, but we don't necessarily have that many Imps in the deck, so it's not that unexpected. I should put this here because she has less burnout, and there might not be units getting there for a while. Could also just not do it, but I don't want her in the reform pool, I don't think. I'll tell you what. I am going to do this. I think I like him at a low amount of health each time. Just getting that initial hit, initial death. And he explodes twice. That like in this scenario, it actually kills 2 of them with the explosion. It doesn't just do 100 to the front, so pretty useful. We're gonna get a lot of slays in here because of that. All right, that is doing that. We should do this. Unfortunate that that happens. Let's do this then. There, that gets him. That's how powerful that Imperialist is. That both the Rally and the Imperialist. So that added 30 damage. 31 technically. And a harvest to my front guy. This is pretty good. This is definitely pretty good. I don't think I'm going to heal him necessarily. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. By the way, though, kind of what I'm talking about with Memento Mori, it's actually not even at... I probably shouldn't have taken Memento Mori. It could always be a removal target. Sometimes you take a card and you realize you don't need it, and it's fine just to remove that shit. I want to trigger every harvest I can here, along with every rally, so that's why I keep putting units here. Let's see, it's worth it to do this, get ourselves some gold, and then we'll just do this. Actually, is it better for me to... It's probably better for me to keep my pool a little bit... oh. Yeah, this is actually fine. Missed out on a rally and a harvest, but I think we got enough stats that nothing's gonna really bother us too much. Yeah, this guy's not gonna do much to us. Let's do... I could get a hit in here, why not? And let's do this. And why not do this? I'm gonna do it here though, so I get that harvest and the rally. And they're all dead, but we might as well get some gold, right? Is there anything else I can greed with? We got that Pyre Chopper finally. So one thing I am noticing though for sure is I need to thin this deck out because I'm not going to have card draw. I do want that extra pip space. Yeah, I don't like this artifact too much here. I kind of just want my units to have low health. I mean, I don't know, I could take it. I'm trying to think if there's any massive... You know what, actually I will take it, I think. It doesn't really do anything. The thing is, like, it doesn't change the fact that the 4 damage sweeping Pirewing units, they're still gonna kill my guys before they can actually trigger Imperialist. So it doesn't help in that regard. However, I guess there's no real negative to taking this. I'll take it. But be careful with that one. If you have, like, if you didn't get Imperialist and, like, your way to kill your units is, like, hitting them with, say, a Vine Grasp or something, like, you wouldn't want to add that extra 3 health because it kind of screws you over. March of Shields, does that do me anything? Potentially. There's only 3 Pirewings in this fight, so I don't need to really worry about getting health on Shardtail. She'll survive it all. Maybe Imp. I think Infinite Box is just too high quality with Shardtail. Even if you don't have Imp Parade. Ooh, Remnant Host. I might as well take this. That's a free incant. That's a free set of 3 harvests. That's just too good. Subsiming Blade is also pretty good. Honestly, all of these are pretty good, but I think Remnant Host is just going to spike our scaling so much. It's time to start... We're giving up a lot of good things over here. Removals, Artifact, and Hellvent. You could maybe argue it's not worth it to go the holdover here, because I still have this magic and this magic to try and get it, but I want that holdover so bad for the Welder Helper that I'm just going to go for it. So we missed here, but I did hit on something that I think is worth not being consumed, so we're just going to do that. I'm going to bring it back to 0, though. It is pretty awkward to play at 1 Ember. This... probably not going to do that on anything. Holdover. We got it. So that goes molded. We bring it down to 0. Boom. Now we've countered the Chasted's Ember Drain. And just made ourselves able to play really anything we want. This extra damage should go here. That 150 is now enough to kill a Pyrowing. So we'll do that. Now, it's like, do we just purge a card? We wouldn't really be able to make use of these merchants if we do that, so I'm going to not do it. But I do think Memento Mori is next on the purge list. I don't see it actually doing much for us. So, these Weight of Contritions are going to be annoying. So are the Dazed. I would have... all other combos, I actually like this one the most. However, on this one, it's like, well, what can you do, right? Yeah, this is annoying. I want to get all these units down, so what I'm going to do is this. They're going to be all stunned and crap, but whatever. I'm putting them down first so that she doesn't stack Dazed. And I'm going to put this one in front so that it dies. This is all, by the way, I'm already seeing the downsides of taking this 3, like, here's an example where I would have just rather had this guy die, I think. Because now, next turn when I play Wickless, I can't play anything else on the floor unless I have a way to sacrifice him. So I already regret taking Hammered Chestplates. I think just don't ever take that artifact with this combo. It's just not worth it. So we're going to do this, give her 1 daze. We don't care about stacking dazed on 1 damage units. And then we'll just set up here. So the Weight of Contrition, that's annoying, but whatever. We're going to get 2 weights shuffled in here. At least we stop future weights from happening now. So we'll do that. I could just let this hit me and play one of these, get some scaling. That's an option, but I think I'm going to not go for that. I think I'm just going to do this, and I'll not play this. I suppose I could have played it. I don't know. So we have options here. I think I'm going to let one of these hit me because I don't want this unit back here to stay alive. So I'm going to do this. Sucks that we couldn't draw a whatever, but when you get Weight of Contritions still getting shuffled in, it makes it hard to draw through your deck. So we're just going to have to deal with this. Hopefully we get some good cards coming up. That Memento Mori already screwed us. We would have rather had been any other card in our deck there. But it is what it is. So let's get you down first. We definitely want this guy down. And that'll definitely, you know, help clear that out. Let's get... well, we'll definitely get this guy down. Maybe I put him down. What is that? Weight of Contrition. Okay, let's do this. Then that guy will die. I think I'm gonna put Welder Helper on Endless. Nope, you know what? I'm gonna put this guy on Endless. And then I'll just bring the Welder Helper back through Burnout, I think. At least this way I get the guaranteed energy each turn, so let's just do this. And, is there any way I can, like, kill that guy? Not really. I'm gonna put him up here. Maybe I can figure out a way to kill him with, like, Rage or something. Because I don't want to take that damage if I can help it. Yeah, we already got it. So let's just do... well, I can just do this. Whatever. Now, what do we got? Dazed again? That sucks. I guess we're just gonna do this here. God, that's annoying, huh? Well, we'll do this. I don't actually want to play this, I don't think. Do this, I guess. Yeah, that sucks. Whatever. So, you never know exactly the route they'll take, by the way. I've seen some misinformation spewed before about that, where they're like, oh, it goes like that, for instance. He just went down and went back to the top. You can't actually know for sure. Alright, let's do this. No. Do I want this guy down, or do I want to get that welder helper down? I think this is actually better for me. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's do this. I don't have to play him on that floor, so let's do... he has one burnout, so he died. It's actually perfect that he has the one burnout. That's one thing I'll want to keep in mind here. So I'm going to put the welder helper here. This in front. Did the welder helper first so I can stack armor on Wickless. We're going to get a bunch of harvest stacks now. Kill the floor out. I'm going to preserve a health here. They'll still get hit once so that I can still get a burnout stack. We'll do this to kill this guy. Did get screwed on that, but what can you do? And yeah, I'll just put him up here. Put in some damage in Arcus. Plus he's around for this next fight here, where there's still guys around. So, what do we do here? They're all dying, but I still think I want to stack welder helper here. I can take these out potentially. Not really though. Yeah, I should have actually done the remnant host up here. That was a mistake, but what can you do? You just gotta live with your mistakes. So they're all dying. Put you up here to block that. At least we can kill the frontliner, I guess. Not even, actually. Oh well, mistake. We're gonna pay in the form of however much fire damage that is. Whatever's is what it is. Think your turns out more before you do them. So let's see if we can get them here. Especially since I totally forgot also that I had the that extra extinguish trigger, so that's like even another reason to have not done it the way I did it. That should do it right there. So we got him. Took damage when we didn't have to, but in a tournament setting, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to lose 36 frickin' % of your score for no reason. That's pretty bad. But if you're just looking to win, probably pretty irrelevant. We're sitting pretty good in that regard. Dark Deal could be okay. It's not going to really help us with the Chaste. Deck is already fat. It would definitely help us up until the Chaste. The other ones are going to have to be a no for sure. With Chaste, that's never... Last Stand's never happening against the Chaste. If it wasn't the Chaste and you had actual fledglings coming in every turn, this is actually an insane card. That's worth noting. Wax and Spike, probably not. We don't care too much about our ladies. To be honest, I might remove those ladies come endgame. They're doing okay work for me now, but they're not actually going to be that necessary. I almost want to just thin the deck out a bit. Have my initial draw not to have those two guaranteed at the front, and also just guarantee my Wickless turn 1. That is certainly an option worth considering. And if that's the case, I think either way, Dark Deal's okay for me. It's a really good card in general, but I don't know that I'm actually going to take it here. It's pretty weird, but I think I'm not going to take it. It just doesn't help me with Chaste, and Chaste is all I'm worried about at this point. So we got that extra thing. The thing is, we don't have draw. We have holdover, and we have the Endless Tome, so like, we really don't have the luxury of keeping a fat deck. Just adding a card like Dark Deal that is just a generally good card isn't necessarily beneficial to our game plan right now. Really, our game plan is get to Welder Helper, get to Pirate Chopper, get to Molded, get to Remnant Host. Like, just get to those priority cards, and that's pretty much the game plan. Let's hit the Caverns up first. These are probably going to be skips unless I can hit on the extension card here. So real quick, Awoken is almost always going to be Wildwood Sap. Melting Remnant is always going to be Burnout Extender card, the consumable one. Umbra, it's variant. You might get Bottle of Morsels, you might get the Prismal Dust or whatever, the Diamond Shield one, or you might get Shard Prism, or you might get Excavated Ember. That's also an option, but Shard's Prism's the one we want. Definitely don't want that. That we definitely don't want. Least one we want for sure, but whatever. 10 gold. Yay. It's probably time to remove this ritual, but Memento Mori needs to go first. Where's that Memento Mori? I don't think I'll quite remove these girls yet, because I think they could be useful in this upcoming fight, depending on what ring we get, but I know they won't be that useful against the Chaste, so I might just spend most of my gold removing them. But yeah, I don't need that ritual. Its scaling has kind of fell off, and I don't really want to spend money on it. Let's see, nothing really worth permafrosting here. Making this free is probably fine. This Petty Theft, I probably don't need it to cycle it back into the deck, so just having a Surge Stone is fine. Double stack, that's not happening, so pretty crappy store here, I would say. I don't even, yeah, I don't know. I might just hold most of this gold. This is always going to be okay to do, though, the Ember upgrade. Tell you what, I will purge a card right now. Feeling like doing it. I really do need to thin the deck out as a thing. I'm going to hold the gold. If my next purges are going to be those ladies, and they need to happen at the same time. I also don't know if I'm doing it yet. I just hold the gold. So we go Royalty 2 here. Get a little bit of extra health, but mainly just get that extra rally value. Neither of those paths have a strong second upgrade, unfortunately. This will be interesting. This is like the opposite of what the Chaste fight is like. This is just a ton of damage coming in, Shade Wings, but yeah, this could be very rough, and giving them all that extra damage, whew, that could be game over. It all depends on how much we want to risk here, because if I get to my cards, it'll be easy. Once I get to my Tomb units, my Welder Helper, Endless, Molded, it's GG at that point. I think I'm going to risk it. Probably won't be set up at the bottom unless I get a nut draw here. Did not get the nut draw. I am going to set up here. Let's hope we get Wickless, and ideally an Imp or even like a Petty Theft would be nice. We'll put you up here. If they die, I can still reform them. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so we got our Wickless. That's going to be a lot of stats. Unfortunate, though, that these draws have been the way that they are, because ooh, we got some damage coming in. There's nothing we can do to stop this thing here. We just got to hope we get some better draws here. And this shit is not them. But I tell you what, I do see a good play here at least. This Remnant Host on Endless, that'll be good. So at least we got that. This bitch is dead. This is not doing anything for us. Let's see. I mean, I could get him down one more, but nah, we might as well just do this here. That way we at least kill them. Fuck, are we dead here? Let's calculate this out. So, oh man, they're gonna gain damage here. 18. What is 20? How much do they gain? Plus 2. Whew. So 29 by 2 is 40, 58. Plus 54 is... fuck, I am dead. Yeah, I'm dead. So I'm gonna reload this one. Shouldn't have took that trial. I don't know. It's a tough trial with this. It's the worst ring and the worst trial we could have possibly got, but we're going to have to go up top with Shard Tail. I'm just going to have to not play this unit, I think. We're going to do this here. Unfortunate that we got pip fucked up here, too. But that's just going to have to be how it is. We'll do this. And nothing much else to do. Just put this here. We'll have the Imp to take care of these guys. Do this here. Put the Imp there. That'll at least take them out. We're pretty much there now. I'm not going to even play any of these. So we'll see if, you know, if it turns out these guys can carry the fight, then that's a pretty good indicator. Ooh, what do we do here? Pirate Jumper or Welder Helper? Or Entombed Explosive. I think I need the AoE. Let's do Welder Helper, I think. Sucks that we drew the both of these the same turn. I'll tell you what. Let's just do this. I can get all these things dead. That's probably a fine thing to do. Let's put you down first to get that armor and Wickless. Then we'll do that. Oh, this guy's apparently coming through. Fuck. Well, whatever. I think this sets us up at least for the next few floors. We're going to take some serious fire damage here. Rough, rough, rough. Definitely shouldn't have took this trial. It's one takeaway you can definitely take from this. Alright, let's do this. That should get us the kill here. I think I want to take out you first. Do that. Keep this on endless. Put it here so that they don't get the slay. Alright, we got this. Let's see what we get here first. Alright, we could go double Welder Helper, but I think this is still what we want there. Let's do this. I think I still want to get all those harvests though. And we could kill the first one here, that's fine. And I don't know if I want to bring any of them back necessarily. Let's see, 89 by 2. I guess if I got the tomb, I would want it back. I'd rather have that 14. I'll just do it. I'm gonna wait for these to cycle back though. If I need them, it's possible I end up need them. Living Armor is a very easy boss. Never have I died to him. Hopefully this isn't the you know, first time here. Pretty sure we're gonna kill all this once we get all our stuff down here. Nice. Another thing with Living Armor is don't damage him if you don't have to. Let's see. I might as well play him. What do we got here? I could be greedy. No, I've got so much health here, there's no point. So let's do this. Let's do... I messed that up, but whatever. And just give him the rage. They're all dying. When you see the X mark on Living Armor, don't get cute, just hit end turn. Even though I know playing an Imp there would have been better, but just good practice. Branding right. Probably not. It'd be okay, but really just isn't needed. Battering ram, as good as you think it might be, I don't know. Impish Scholar, maybe. I don't think so. Maybe. That Remnant pack might be nice to put endless on a few of these Imps. Let me think. Is Battering Ram actually good here? Because that would stop me from getting Ember Drained. Granted, once I fine mold it, I'm fine, but it's still, you know, you gotta get to your cards before the train starts running. I don't know that I can really afford to spend it as a thing, so I think I'm pretty sure these are just skips for me. And these are definitely skips. Is Engulfed in Smoke a skip? Yeah, because Chased will just remove it. Skip. Yet another card that Chased ruins. I think this could be good, the Hellvent here. Let me think. There's also, it might be better for me just to remove those other cards though. You know? I don't know that the Hellvent here is actually that good for me. Tell you what, I think I might just go this Merchant of Steel. It's a tough decision because there's those free 2 removals. Nah, let's go this route. We got Pyre Health. I can't actually use any of those steel upgrades. Ooh, Flicker's Liquor. That could be good. A Broken Horn, maybe. Permafrost? Nothing permafrostable here, really. Let me think. I might just spend the money to remove stuff. I don't know. What would I reroll for? Like, I don't want double stack. I don't want consume, remove, holdover maybe, but even holdover, I don't know that I necessarily want like another one of these on a holdover. So I'm actually not even going to reroll. I will do this, I guess. I'm going to wait on it. So what I'm going to do... Let me think, is there any artifacts? These are all good artifacts in their own right, but... I think I'm just going to start purging cards. So let's get Lady of the House out of here. Let's get Lady of the Reformed out of here. Let's get this Purifying Cleanse out of here. Alright, now is basically the gold we have to do what we want with. Can bring that to 0. Is it worth a reroll just to get that? I think so. Let's just do this. And this doesn't really, I don't think, makes sense. I mean, I could do this on multiple units, I guess, but nah. I'm not really cycling back through my deck that much. And we'll just keep the 125 for score, I guess. I think I might Hellvent this Remnant Host. It's actually pretty good for my deck. Pretty damn good. Let's do it. The sooner I get to that, the better. Now, we can set up at the bottom or the top. I think top makes sense here. Especially because we didn't draw anything to actually kill all these things. Now, it's going to hurt my future draws to play this. I am going to play it though, because I put it on holdover for a reason, and I want to keep it going. So we'll take that damage. Literally nothing we can do about that. We can play that to keep it. No sense doing that. I will do this though. Well, no sense really doing that. Let's do this. Can do this. Just play that. Alright, so play this. We do want to get this thing down, definitely. We'll do that. This guy's going to go in the front for sure. Now we're killing everything here, so that's good. And I don't think I want to make the pool anything more than it needs to be, so we'll just do this, I think. I can block 15 here, so I might as well. Yeah. Actually, I could have blocked more. I should have put that Pirate Chimper in front, maybe. Actually, no, because I still want to trigger the Imperialist on one of them, so that works for me. Do need to, like, get some health kind of going on him. We got the Remnant Host here. That's pretty good. Let's put this in the front as well. Then we'll just bring back Pyre Chopper, sure. Let's do it in the front here. Yeah, right here. Oh, I should... No, I still need to get that AoE, so I'm fine with this. I don't know if these are worth playing. Maybe. Maybe they're worth playing. I don't think so, though. I think I want my random reform to get me just better units. Alright, so we'll start here with the Pyre Chopper so we can remember to get our actual shit back here. I'll play the Imp in a box, see what we get. Okay, we finally got a Welder Helper. That's really good. And we'll just hope we get something useful here. It's decently useful. And we might as well kill this one with the Impressive. Now everything's dying and we'll just give ourselves some rage, why don't we? I like that. Should have actually put that rage dude in front. Save myself some health. Making mistakes, but you know, it is what it is. I think this guy I'm gonna like on Endless, but let's put this dude down first. Actually, I need to do this. Otherwise the sweep takes me out, so let's do that, then I actually get the AoE there. And then we'll do this guy, put him on Endless so that I can really stack up Wickless. And what do we want to do here? I guess just this. Get ourselves some more of this shit. Seems like a good thing to do. And that's it. Oh, that was not good. Yeah. That was not good at all. That was what some might say dumb. Well, we're gonna take 30 damage for that mistake. Basically, I kept the dude died from burnout, which meant that these guys spawn in and then they're still here. Now I can't actually play anything. Whatever. I'm just gonna do this, I guess. Try to kill it. Maybe I can kill this guy before I like die or something. I'm gonna still play this. Yeah, now I at least can like not have him sweep me and shit. What else could I maybe put on Endless? Pyre Chopper maybe? Let's do that. So he'll die here. I'll put him on Endless, why not? Alright. Got your ass on Endless. Let's get down. You actually should have played this first. Let's see what we get there. No Transcendent. I was kind of looking for Transcendent there, to be honest. You're on Endless, so we should play you. Let's play you definitely there to die. Put this guy in front. Maybe it saves him some health. Doesn't look like it does, but whatever. And that's about it. Let's get back a Welder Helper. Put you down first. Put you down next. This is pretty much the name of the game until we get Seraph. I'm putting Rage. I could put the Rage on the back, but I think I have enough health that it makes sense to put on Wickless since he has the multi-strike. And he's already dying, but you got a style on this fool because Seraph the Chaste, trust me when I say this, he's an absolute asshole and he deserves every little bit of humiliation you can give him. Make sure you don't click on the wrong unit there. And then hit end turn and, you know, you got your Covenant 25 win with Shard Tail. A lot of ways you can do that, though. I think when you see Wickless, try to go to that Harvest route. If I didn't find Wickless, I simply would have just basically done the same strategy. I probably wouldn't have prioritized the... I wouldn't have taken Remnant Host, I just wouldn't have taken it. Would have still had the Entombed Explosive, he would have been pretty nice. And I guess with the Waxer Snuffer I still would have took Remnant Host. But then I would have just really focused on playing a lot of Welder Hoppers each turn to stack up a bunch of Ember. And I'd have all that pip available to really just stick most of my Imps behind me, along with a Tomb unit in front to really just blast out that Imperialist bomb, kill most of the stuff with AoE, and then scale out enough to kill the boss. So yeah, there you have it. Hopefully that was helpful. Until next time, peace.